Hello everyone, this is Isaac.
This is Darren.
And we are True Masters and
Morons.
Playing Vampyr, and I just slept, and that's right, I forgot there are things that you read and things happen. If you've ever lived near the docks of East End, you must know who Sean Patrick Hampton is. And if not, you might have heard of him. His name is starting to spread through the entire capital, and the song it sings is one of hope. Sean is the humble founder of the Hampton Asylum, an establishment that he built with his own hands and convictions. The building, an abandoned warehouse gracefully donated by the Dawson family, then renovated and transformed into what is now the most famous asylum in London. The poor and hungry are welcome under his roof, and with them he shares his food, his care, and his prayers. Sean Hampton came from a background of misery, but the hardships of life didn't disfigure or maim his profound trust in the Lord. If anything, the faithful man gained an acute empathy in exchange for the torments of poverty. His love of others is renowned throughout the docks. Rare are those who didn't witness Sean cry at the sight of an infirm veteran, an orphaned child, or a sick mother. That's how he gained his nickname. You heard me. That's how he gained his nickname. The sad saint of the East End. Sean Hampton is so respected that people still stay in his shelter even after the sad saint contracted a mysterious disease which forces him to rest a lot and take his meals away from his flock. While in some other parts of London, people step back as soon as someone coughs in public. Men and women accept to eat and sleep in the Hampton Asylum. It's the safest place in the East End docks. The building looks dirty, the stench around the place is awful for a delicate soul, but there is hope and love there, and the death toll has been low and stable for days.
Yay!
Yay! We picked the right one!
You just imagine if we just continued to pick all the wrong ones on accident, because we really did pick the bad one.
Here's the thing. The two that I was looking at were the worst one and the one we did.
Yeah. We were saying this off screen. I loved it, like, we chose the wrong one before, because we're like, wow, the hospital is not being kept well at all.
Jeez, y'all! Alright.
What's it saying?
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Unknown, so you best stay there.
Yep.
But it's like, we chose the one we did for her because we figured, like, oh, this is the unlockable one. It must be the best one. Nope. But for him, the unlockable one was the best one, so there we are. Alright, so we're gonna go
we changed
fight.
some stuff up. I changed some abilities. I now have the Abyss
Ultimate
instead of the Rage. I have Spring, which is new, and then everything else remained the same for there. I also upgraded my stats a little bit. So we're gonna go fight her and hopefully win. And
we'll cut to when we're about to beat her, so that, you know, you've already watched that. You know what happens.
You're good. We'll be back.
Give me your blood, priest.
Yeah, I should have drunk him.
But just think of it this way: if you beat her in this particular fight, that means you get to have the moral high ground. That's gotta be worth something, right?
It's over, Mary. I have the moral high ground.
You underestimate my power.
And I almost win. I'm very close. No, don't scream!
I'll make you kneel like a dog.
I dodged out of it!
Sean Hampton.
Bitch!
Ha-ha! Uh-oh. Now she has to take. That's terrifying.
Well, brother.
Only one try after I've redistributed my points.
To an end, forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Oh, don't make me choose. Game, just take. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think you're gonna get that choice.
I will.
I'm like, game, take care of it, please.
I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Yeah, that blows.
It looked like she blinked.
See, that's being too weird. I couldn't tell you.
Oh my god.
What?
This is as fast as I can walk.
Are you actually walking?
Uh-huh. Here, I'll stop.
Oh, I thought it was just cutscene.
Nope. Excuse me while I walk over to her grave.
And fast forward. Oh, look, the grave she busted out of, but she was never really buried in, kind of, sort of.
For the love of all that is unholy, that was just...
Oh, don't say that. That's not... No.
A few nights later. No, you don't get experience. They better not screw me because of that.
They're so going to. I love it just straight up takes you to a few nights later, not just the next night, a few.
Blood.
Whoa.
As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London, not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire. Born anew.
What, is that the end of the game?
No, because we're only on chapter 3 of, I think, 6, but yeah. That's what it feels like. Blood Daddy!
I am
Plotting factions, yeah.
Perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
He looks so noble and sexy in that particular shot.
Yes, he does.
He never looks that good. Ever.
Alright, they didn't screw me. And now I have 2,000 more experience points.
Hey!
The flower's dying.
It still needs the water that I think you can finally get now, maybe. A rich blood sample. Oh.
Oh. There, I made one.
Well, now what?
That fight just went so much better. Ah. Dear Dr. Reed, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak with you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving very... Apparently, yeah. The situation is evolving very quickly in the West End, and I'm convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Priwen has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any econ they can locate. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club, recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official pass that will allow you to go through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint throughout the city. Your friend, Lady Ashbury.
It is important that this letter quickly find you. This guy wants to see you immediately. Come see me anytime.
I know, right? And hang on. Okay.
What are you looking for?
Dr. Swansea wants to talk to me.
New dialogue available, yes. Shall we make the hospital rounds?
Oh, we're absolutely going to make the rounds. I got to go cure apparently everyone and their dog.
I mean, there's that. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yo,
Swansea!
You wanted to talk?
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
Yay.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
Yeah.
How
That's not
bad
what
is
I'm
it?
asking you, Joe Doctor,
It's killing
about.
the infected patients
Right.
faster. In less than 2 days now.
Ugh.
The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, but yeah.
Tell me more about the violence.
Jeffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Pre-Wen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they
So
come
we've been
closer
told.
to the hospital?
No, they mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Name them?
Makes sense.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Fair.
Yeah.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is.
Nope, I really
Or
don't.
in what great esteem she
Nope.
must hold you to let you into her domain.
I think it's less about esteem and more
Have
about
you
giant
any
people breathing
reliable
down her
friends
neck.
in the West End who
Right.
might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
Can we not
What
be sweet on
about
the creepy
brother
vampire lady,
some Paul
please?
stole?
Not
Where are
creepy.
they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What
Okay.
of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy.
Why would
You
it be?
remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
I don't even understand that. I don't even understand that question. Why is that even a question?
I don't either, but you know, there we
shall
are.
Speak again.
He knows what you're working on. He knows that it's epidemic related. Where have you been? I've been researching shit. Okay.
Alright, before I go curing everyone, let's see what everyone has. So I just make sure I have it. 1 fatigue, 1 cold, 2 fatigue.
We'll pop back
3
as we heal
fatigue.
these people in case anything is of substance
4.
happens. I totally thought he was in the water for a second. I'm like,
Hello
did he
again,
jump?
Mr. Blight.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Oh, I don't think we've talked to him.
We haven't.
I was always worried about picking up.
Throughout history,
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you?
All right, well, shall we talk
And
with
since
him?
we're here, we're gonna go ahead and talk to these two who we've never actually talked to.
This works out because he's the last one, right?
why
Yeah.
do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Elaborate.
Even seeing one, it turned me.
Wasn't he the one in the sewers?
No,
It's
the
that
other one
fear that
was.
stopped me
Oh,
from
okay,
going
okay.
after Oswald when he left.
I'm like, there were a lot down there.
Guess what? You won't see any rats in my hospital.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm
I
not
realized
giving
nobody
up
could
on
see that
bringing Oswald back
giant
to
shrug.
I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him?
Or with a little
I don't
hell.
usually listen to doctors, but perhaps
Right.
because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
War is not
Did
nice.
you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No, we met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
That's cool.
I fought
Yeah.
in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
What a crappy way to exist.
Yep.
You're in a war, you get shot, you get taken to a hospital, you get surgery done, you wake up, you start fighting again just to keep the people away from the hospital that just fixed you up.
Yeah. You should imagine hospital beds where everybody has a gun.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about the living conditions in the city?
Of course I am. I'll be stuck here for as long as Oswald refuses to go to hospital. And, unfortunately, it seems the violence is rising.
What kind of violence?
It did take me a while to get to you, yeah.
And started to
Yep.
attack those that show signs of contagion.
What
You're
caused
not
your phobia of
inaccurate.
rats?
It happened
Not at
last
all.
year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me. It started
Ah.
gnawing at my ears.
Oh, screw that noise, man.
I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin.
Surprised.
There's that. I don't have that.
He found me and saved me.
You would be
Goodbye,
very
Mr.
surprised what I know, actually.
About waking up under bodies.
Under bodies.
Like, yeah, no, I've done that one. I've done that one. Oswald. One loading screen
Okay.
later.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Obligatory fuck.
You see, he's important. He demanded a
Are you
loading
concerned
screen.
about the conditions here
Oh.
in London?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Fair.
Mr. Thatcher, do
Yeah?
you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Fuck you.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after
Nobody
an
can
argument
truly
with a
understand
friend.
what I went through.
Got
Not even
chased
other
by
people
these
who went through the
fucking
exact
wankers
same
who
battles as
barricade
me.
myself in, just
Right
by
next to me,
across the
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia.
You got a serious case if that's
Has
big.
anyone
If
given
that's
you
too
an
big.
official-
Yeah, if the hospital's too
That's what the
small.
bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
And what way is that, fool?
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't
Vampire
trust
mind
doctors.
control powers for the
All I care about
win.
was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Won't find that in London right now.
Yeah, that's not.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like this is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would
He's like,
help
I
to
know,
talk about
I don't want to
Dr.
talk about
Thatcher,
it.
if you're so interested in my case.
I'm gonna say down or left. Like you got buried seems, but yeah.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill the enemy to survive. Guilt is a powerful emotion and could lead to feelings of suffocation and oppression.
My God, you're so wrong. Believe me, I would kill if it happened again. Violence is part of who I am.
Dang it.
Ah.
That's what I
So here's-
figured. I figured.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
You
So it was
figured.
probably the buried
Try to
one.
take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Not that I have
That's
any
what-
idea how I was supposed to know that.
That's right. I forgot. I'm not supposed to give you the direction to go on those because I always guess wrong.
You said
Every
down or
sec-
left, and that's what I was looking at, was down or left, so
Uh,
whatever.
I do, though. I think I've guessed wrong, like, literally every time. Talk to him real quick, see if that opened up anything.
No, it
And
said
then-
hint failed on him. So
I know, but the other
Hello again,
conversations
Mr.
might have done something.
Yeah, I bet you it was one of these two that I just lost.
Goodbye.
Cussies! Alright, so. Are we going to the Ashbury
All right.
Mansion or are we going somewhere else?
Let me double check, make sure there aren't any other exclamation points. Because the only other place I'd want to go is just to see how this is actually turning out and what he looks like.
Well, we can check
You know
in
what,
on
yeah.
it if you'd like.
Let's end with that because I feel like talking to Lady Ashbury is going to be more than an episode.
You think so? Okay.
I feel like it'll be more than what we have left at the very least.
I see. Yeah, I mean, according to the paper, things have been stable, so it should be good.
Which, and I mean, we looked it up, so it better not be wrong.
It freaking better be good, yeah. It's becoming less stable here, and that's terrifying. Well, don't let him cut you.
No, my Y button wasn't working because it was covered in blanket.
Yeah. Stop dying, he's a normie. I said stop dying, he's a normie.
Shut up!
There you go. That's nice. That's a really nice
That
ability.
actually is really nice. I'm glad we decided to go with that.
Yeah. I hadn't thought much of it because I'm like, no, he just always handles whoever's in front of him first. For some reason, it didn't strike me that the reason for that was it's just too hard to get around them.
And I mean, it isn't always too hard to get around people, but I mean, it's certainly easier now.
Alright, people still alive, still looking good. Oh, hey, it's Sean himself. Sean,
I
Sean,
want to
Shawnee
see
boy.
you, Sean.
Speak. Sean.
There we go.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed.
Yo, Sean.
Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel alright. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink
His eyes look
provided me
better.
eternal satisfaction.
Ah.
His eyes look better. They're not yellow anymore. They're pale.
A weird angle, it's hard for me to tell, but I'll believe you.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
I think it's acceptable.
Oh, maybe
Fewer
they are the
cases of
same, I don't know.
sickness recently. I thank the Lord for his mercy.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between the two communities.
What do you fear?
For
A few
obvious
years
reasons.
ago, a Skal
Right.
decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock
Yeah.
to the door.
What if food became
Yeah.
scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living? Wouldn't you?
The Skals can feed on the dead, Doctor.
Well, I mean, me not anymore because of what you did, you know,
Mortals will
but...
continue dying.
And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue dying. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Would you let
Can
me
I...
listen to your chest, Sean?
what?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
How did you meet old
That's
Bridget?
fair.
When younger,
Yeah.
The,
I
kneel
used
the
to
kneeling
patrol
thing
the
before was
streets
kind of
of
weird
London
anyway,
searching
so...
for lost souls.
Yeah.
This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer Skals now. I don't go downstairs.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other.
Thank you. This
As
is what I've
scars.
wanted to know.
She had one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
But why did she
The
fake
body.
her own
What was the
death?
whose body was that?
There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What?
Through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw...
That's right, we heard that.
Yeah.
Farewell, Sean. Take good care of your flock.
All right. Yeah, and I think next time I want to try talking to her again, so we'll do that next time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want to see more of this or any other Let's Play lore, etc., let us know what it is you want to see in the comments down below. In the meantime, this has been
doing this.
True Masters and Morons, signing off.
Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, click the link on the left.
Thank you to all of our patrons for making these videos possible.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.